In this training, we will review setting up the funding stream record, processing applications or renewals in Sugar, including sending program MOUs, and creating and approving requisitions as applications are submitted by early learning programs. Setting up the funding stream is very simple. You can find the funding stream if it's not across your horizontal navigation bar underneath the down pointing arrow. There's only one thing that you would ever need to change in the funding streams at this point. You can search for your funding stream, for example RTTQI, and of course you will only see those for your council. And the only field that should be edited, and it's very important that the only field edited is the program manager on this page, which is about halfway down on the right hand side. You can find program manager and change that accordingly, save it, and that's very important that you make that the right program manager, but that you change nothing else. More information will be released by ECLA on creating your own funding stream records. As of August 2015, ECLA has set up all CDHS QI funding streams on your behalf. However, if you need to make any changes to the program manager, we just reviewed how to do that. Oftentimes, QI navigators need to help providers navigate their application in Colorado Shines, and we have developed a webinar for you at support.eclacolorado.org called Assisting Providers with QI Applications that will help you navigate that application process in that data system. It's relevant here because the application and renewal process is integrated with Sugar. So once an application or renewal is in the in-process or submitted state, minimum QI requisitions are automatically generated in the preliminary state as sites populate their application. And they stay in this state and can be reviewed before MOUs are sent or adjusted at any time during the program year using the Transfers module, which will be covered later. For SFY 2016, all CDHS QI minimum requisitions, both quality improvement and coaching, have been loaded into Sugar for all councils based on the approved minimum quality improvement and coaching allocations. Now requisitions can be approved, removed, or waitlisted in bulk by advancing the application status, which we will review next. Processing QI applications and renewals in Sugar is relatively simple, and this section will give you an overview of how to use that module for all stages of processing a quality improvement application or renewal, including reviewing the submission, sending the MOU, waitlisting a program, or even rejecting a program. The status field of each Sugar record typically drives the logic and reporting. In the application module, the status not only allows you to track progress in each stage of that application, it also leverages a third-party integration with EchoSign. When you change the status of an application to send MOU, then the program MOU will be automatically sent to the primary contact on the program accounts record, and also to the primary contact on the council account record, and up to 3 signers from various organizations. This can be customized for each council, but that does require some setup, and if you require that, please contact us at support@eclacolorado.org. So you can find the QI application for the provider by searching by the provider's name or abbreviation, and then you can edit that record, and here's the status field. The status will directly move to the submitted status when the site has completed their application or renewal questions and hit the submit button from the portal in Colorado Shines. You can always see the status of any application or renewal that has been started in the application module in Sugar. The PDF accompanying this training contains a table of each status and the related actions. However, we will review them here, but only change the status to the appropriate status when you are ready for the next event that is triggered by that status to happen. Status of in process means that the application remains open on the portal. A status of submitted, once submitted by the provider, the application is no longer available on the portal and can only be seen by you from Sugar. A status of under review needs additional documentation, incomplete probation, or adverse licensing issues will take no automated actions. All of these statuses are for you to use to complete any review or due diligence. You do not need to use any one of these statuses to process the application. They're just here for your organization's convenience. The status details field contains messages from EcoSign at each step of the MOU signing process. If the status changes to MOU error, then you can check the status details for messages on how to correct the error, such as a duplicate email address. You can also move the status to check MOU status if you believe you have corrected an error, or if you believe that the MOU may be signed but the status hasn't yet been updated in Sugar. By selecting Check MOU Status, you can refresh that process. The next status is Approve Assets linked to account to funding streams and Accept. This is a very important step. After the MOU is signed, this step will move the related requisitions into the approved status from preliminary. Coaches can then perform the required coaching readiness assessment, and providers will be able to see their requisition balances in EC Connect, their online portal, and then submit QI requests. When you waitlist or reject an early learning program, that does not generate any sort of notice automatically to the provider. You are required to notify the provider directly using the method that your council deems most appropriate to inform them of being waitlisted or rejected. If the QI requisitions did not calculate correctly, if, for example, the provider entered the wrong number of classrooms or something like that, then you can remove and reject the application here, and then move the status back to in progress. So you would remove assets and reject, and then save it, and then you could edit it again and move the status back to in progress to correct the Colorado Shines or EC Connect application. Probation and adverse licensing issue are available for programs that have been awarded funds but whose participation in the QI program is on hold. If you ever have any questions, you can always refer to the guide at support.ecleccolorado.org, or of course contact support@ecleccolorado.org. Next, we'll review uploading a manually signed MOU. On the rare occasion that you need to manually manage the MOU or the requisitions, you can advance the application directly using statuses like Joint MOU needed, MOU signed or approved without triggering any automated actions. All program MOUs need to be attached to the appropriate application record. To upload a manually signed MOU, complete these steps. Again, find the appropriate applications record, and we'll just use this one. You can always search by the account or the application area. Once you find the application, you can copy and paste the name of the application here. Select it, right click, copy. And then you can open the Documents module in another tab, because we're going to want to use a very similar name. And again, the Documents tab may be tucked underneath here. You can right click and select Open in a new tab. In the Documents module, we want to create a new document. Here you can upload the manually signed MOU by clicking on Choose File. Change the status to Signed. Paste in the copied text and add a dash and then MOU to the end so that we have a naming convention that matches that application. We want to change the category to MOU. And then once we're done, we just click Save. We'll cancel in this case because we have no MOU to link, but now you're ready to go back into the application in this first tab, and then click on the Documentation tab in the application itself, and there you will see that linked MOU. You can just start typing in the name of that document that you just created, or even paste in the beginning of that name. And of course, we didn't save that MOU in the last step, or it would have showed up here. Before you save the application record, go back to the Application tab and change the status to Approve Requisitions, Link to Funding Streams, and Accept. The status will be processed to accepted, and update all related requisitions to approved. As always, if you have any questions, please contact us at support@eclacolorado.org. Thank you.